Good afternoon, Cape Town. Your boy is inside in the building. My name, as you know me, I'm Vusisizwe Mpu, and today, like, I wanna tell you the truth. We'll be having fun. We are talking about Kaslam Awards. So get ready to know more, and that's our topic. And I've got my lovely guest here, which is Mr. and Mrs. But you will find out from them. They will introduce themselves. But there's something inside my chest. I need to cough it out. But I will cough it out after them. Hi guys, let me welcome you in Wekal Studio. Molweni.
Hello.
Molo Booty.
Sure.
Cela niphile bantu.
Philil.
Yeah, ukufanayo.
Okay. Wende. Sicela nje ayikho ke lando ka ladies first nendondoni but ulapha ecangwami. Sicela nje ukwazi uzazise usisi ngibani usuka phi. Yeah.
Okay, gama nguPhila Nkuzo, also known as Lady P.
Wow.
And ngowase Gugulethu, I was born there. I still live there.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm part of this
This.
organization, this
Okay.
project called the Hip Hop Kaslam,
Lovely.
up in Cape Town.
Buti?
Well, mina ndingu-Archie Sophazi
Lucky.
ndaziwa ngelikaDad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, ngathi nambona uDad.
Sure, igama elifumana emajite nje kasi yabo. Ndingwase one eGugulethu.
Yes.
127 zalelwe pha. So are my parents as well.
Ah.
Time I am audit la.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ma ke sikhabelene ezipalini man. Ndicela nje ke sawuqala kuwe sisiwamba ulapha ecangwami ngathi ulibambo yabona mos. So
Okay, let's go.
please just tell us intoni ebangela nicinge about awards first of all.
Okay. Hip Hop Kaslam, it's a Spaza Awards show.
Yes.
And it's been running this is the third year that it's been running, and we've had 6 shows up at Baxter Theatre at Rondebosch,
Okay.
at Grahamstown at the National Arts Festival.
I see.
And yeah, it's like we thought of what could we do to bring something that hasn't been done before. First of all, the Hip Hop Kaslam concept had never been done before as well, having a Spaza show. But on top of that, what more could we bring for a community, artists, as in Spaza? And the award ceremony, we felt that it would be a very prestigious and honoring event for the artists, and also to motivate them and take Spaza to the next level. So it's now in motion. It's been an idea for
I see.
more than a year, and now it's finally happening.
Okay, I like that. So, but I'm nje, what is Hip Hop Kaslam? Isuka phi idea Hip Hop Kaslam and ustart nje aphi isuka khona usibeka pho tata.
Well, Hip Hop Kaslam is like a show to actually put what we call Ispaza music on the map. Ispaza, it's hip hop, but it's hip hop in our own language that we speak.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Kaslam idea came so that Ispaza could be visible, because the problem with Ispaza, it's been existing since the mid-90s, you know. It's like 17, 18 years old, you know. And still our own city, where it comes from, Cape Town, does not know there's such type of music called Ispaza, you know. So, and that is caused because Ispaza has always been featured in gigs which are designed for other genres, you know. Like maybe you find one Spaza featured in a jazz festival or in a reggae show, or, you know, in a kwaito house gathering, whatever, you know. So it's never, so when the city, like, you know, the corporate people, when they organize these huge events, they never consider Ispaza, because they don't know if it's got audience or what, you know what I mean? Because it's always been featured on other,
Beat by beat, it's
you know,
like they are the opening up acts, you know.
yeah, you know, for
That's-
other genres, you know what I mean? But no one undermines the existence of gospel, you know, because you know concerts that the gospels yenzeka there, and they are strictly saying gospel, and you know that everyone who goes there, they're gospel fan, you know, and therefore it's easy to say, okay, we have this much population of people who are listening to gospel. Same with jazz, same with reggae, but for Spaza, we couldn't measure it, you know, because there was never a show that is strictly for Spaza where you can tell about, okay, all these people, they're coming here for Spaza.
Just one thing,
yeah.
You know, like bakusenzeka kugospel.
Exactly.
Okay, ndingaqhawulanga wena ndoda man. Yeah, like benifuna nje ke sikrobe kancinci but ndikwanomdla like nje nani bantu like nazeke nje like umuntu yena individual like ngaba wenza ntoni like ungubani like why abe involved kwispaza soqala ngawe wena my sister like ngaba intoni oyenzayo without only managing event ize ne project liyana like just other side like individual wenzani wena and kanye ufuna ukwenzani.
Well, I could say arts is my main passion and my main road in life.
Me too.
I've been an actress, I've been a singer.
Good.
I'm a poet.
Wow.
I love the stage, I love performing on stage.
Me too.
Recently it's kind of been less and less due to my other passion, which is also being behind the scenes.
I like that.
So I've organized poetry shows, film screenings, and various arts events in different organizations that I've worked with. And at the moment, admin is my main stream, arts admin. So at the moment, I'm working at an arts therapy organization called Zakeni as administrator.
Oh, I see it here, perhaps.
Yeah, it's right here in Ops.
I see. Okay, over to you, Dad.
Yeah, I'm busy in auction management.
Yo, yeah, obviously kupenze nje kuyo khabala ke ndoda bambi igazi, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, auction management, you know. Okay, it's just like sitting in the corner there by the danger, looking at the issues as a see what we can do about them. I like to be involved with the community, you know. I don't like pointing fingers, you know. Yeah, that councillor there
doesn't do
you know,
this and that.
and there's no action that we are doing. But I'm not saying the councillors are innocent, because every action you take, it needs funding, you know, and it never comes out, you know.
Fire.
But yeah, so other than that, I do my music. I record my music. I write my music. I collect beats. I manage other two artists, Wakan or Yovi, you know. I'm their producer, you know. I put together their materials, you know, and yeah, and I just go around making gigs for
Kami
myself.
manje ukubethe emlonyeni mfundini kusendiva usithi une artist enguwaqa.
Yeah.
Like according ispaza like waqa one meaning like can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, well, you know, like because Spaza is a music that came out from the streets, first of all, you know. So me and my boys, we like to keep our street names, you know. We hardly name ourselves. I never named myself with that. He never named himself what. No one names themselves in my crew, you know. We just use the name that you know what I mean? Everyone has got that nickname in the street, you know. So yeah.
I see.
So Waka is a nickname that he got from his name, Kamalake Wanga.
Oh,
yeah. So it was.
Kandichonga waka like siskele msuba exe yapota lo gogo lo mntu ngaba uyasiwaqazisa kulewe or what. Okay, singamkanga kapha emxholeni bantu basekhaya like kanitsho ngaba what kind of challenges enithi nazifumana to prepare for this event? Yesiqala pha indodini. Yeah, I can't
you know, like it's been hey, it's like the challenges they've been, I can say minor, but there's also majors. The major challenge is to get funding. You know, it's like we are in a country where everyone wants to fund children. You know, and it's, I don't understand, like, if I can't feed my
like
children,
they
why, yeah, I don't need someone else to feed my children for me, you know, or even teach them manners and whatever for me. I'm their father. I want to do that myself. If you want to empower my children, why don't you empower me so that I can feed my children, you know? And there's this culture now, like everything is just done for children, you know? People want to sponsor for children, feeding schemes, after school cares, like, and then where's the role for the parents? Are we saying, okay, thank you parents for giving birth, move aside now, we'll take care from, you know, yeah, there's those challenges to get funds, accessing funds, you know. It's a very difficult thing in this country. It's either you have the right surname, or you know, when I say the right surname, like amongst the
I thought you were talking about
political
copyright
people.
ones.
No, I meant like the right surname as in one of those surnames that have been to exile or considered to be the leaders of our struggle. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or you have a lighter skin, you know. It's very hard, you know, just being straight out of Guguletu, being like the native of this country and not having the right surname, you know, to access funds anyway. You know what I mean? That's
actually, but to come
challenge.
in just with this party, like also, you know, cooks, like I couldn't understand, like abantu basi cooks, like why should they, like be acceptile even in native yard for such a long time like this, even after 94 states of why did they still continue? I'm not in what, but that there's a meaning that is like is to go behind, you know.
I think it's the fact that Iguguletu hasn't changed from being a native yard, you know. It's still a native yard, you know, and more native yards are being built, you know. Yes, our government claims they're building us houses, but I mean, those are ghettos that they're building. They're not different from the idea of Verwoerd in building us ghettos and, you know, throwing us far from the main city.
Siyasuka kwipolitiki dadwethu yakubona ngoku nawe tuyala kazi ujonga kude kame siyabuya ndoda phakuwe kautsho ke sisi, like what was the procedure for everyone to be involved to hip hop Kaslam, like ni sebenzise AP ni nominatile or like abantu nithathe nje abantu enibaziyo bayayi le ilango thukisa like xa ikhuphi punchlines zayo so sifuna isithuke mayize ibe khona, or like how was the procedure?
No, we were not restrictive at all.
Yes.
We made it publicly known that the awards is happening on the 15th of September, about 2 months ago.
Yes,
We had started putting it in the media, and public was allowed to nominate. And we listed the categories, the 9 categories for the awards. Artists were also allowed to nominate themselves.
It's lovely. Continue.
Yeah, so they basically needed to fill in a form and send in some supporting material. So if they're nominating for best video, fill in the form, tell us why you're nominating this person or why you're nominating yourself, why do you think you deserve the award, and send us the video. So it was a process of collecting all of that material, and it actually took a while to get the nominations in because of the material specifically. A lot of the nominees were fans, and they didn't necessarily have access to these things, or if they have them, they're not in the right format, or they're too big to send on email. And we try to make things as easy as possible for our community. You know, just like a 1-page form. And I think that even that was too complicated for them, because you'd find people wondering. Even today, people are sending me messages saying, why am I not nominated? You know, an artist would ask me, and I'm like, why didn't you nominate yourself? And no, but nominees were informed. They were sent messages to, and I was like, that didn't happen. Everything was there in black and white. You could have nominated yourself. So it seems like community yetu is, I don't want to say they're illiterate, because they're not illiterate. You know, they read, but they have hip hop community has a mentality of hasn't got a very strict, very disciplined mentality, and taking themselves seriously, and submitting their work, and having a courage to say umsebenzi wami is worth being nominated and judged, and my ego is not part of that, and I don't mind whether I win or lose, but I want to have the courage to go out there.
Yeah.
So you find a lot of artists didn't nominate themselves. Some declined, some with good reasons, some with fichi reason. You're not sure what the reason is, but they declined. So that's how we managed to get to where we are today.
No, Gondile under super stress mndasekaya. It's nice. That like andi ngavuya like utinji kaba mipronubas bentlano like kwezi nominees, and then my sister aske atinji kaba ezi4 just the 9 categories like ikhoyo like kwenzela nje nabantu emakhaya babe awe sabe siqala kuwe tethi.
Zanoma ndiyazikhumbula zonke now, but I know uba uNdlulamthi is there.
No, that like senifuna mna nje format yazo ba intoni
we have the best album.
And ikhona nephepha ile like Cape Times, like you can take it to jonge kuyo, no stress, no.
I know, I think 4 I can manage to remember it.
No, the 5 people now.
Okay. We have the best album.
Yeah.
We have the best group.
Yeah.
We have the best song.
Yes.
We have the best female artist.
That's
and
lovely.
The best male artist.
Wow. Slanes.
Yeah. Best performer.
Yeah.
Best group. I don't think you mentioned that one. Best video and best beat maker.
Wow. At least everyone is covered. Then there is no one that can complain okay hip hop circle like that. No, nah, and they exclude the way.
Yeah, you'll find that there's some other awards we want to put in next time that we didn't put in this time. Like vocalists, the singers.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
And also people like the organizers, there's a lot of people.
Where's break dancers ke bantu bazona like kwenzeke ntoni kaba azikwazi dancer grand for hip hop.
We still, break dance is still a very young amongst the black hip hop.
The thing is with the break dance, it died out in the 80s when gang war broke out, in Tsara and Atali, and the whole Pantsula b-boy culture, died out. The only culture that was still existing was the Rasta movement, because it didn't become part of that gang war that was happening. And it's the Rasta movement that sort of like revived all the other art forms that are developing ekasi, including Ispaza itself. So b-boy and Pantsulas, the gang wars in the 80s destroyed.
Like Benkhalila uza so like uyafumanisa kwezinye genre like that people they've got dancers, but it's raw to see it in hip hop. Ingoma as hip hop as jibeleke or what's going on, guys?
That's not true, because in the last hip hop Kaslam we had dancers there, So I think the artists themselves, they're not used to it.
I think what's
it hits
also
them
really
as
happening
a
is
prize.
when people step into hip hop, they want to be MCs.
Yeah.
That's everyone who's in hip hop started off as an MC, even if right now they're a beat maker or they're an organizer. MC is the door, or is the first job that you do when you're in hip hop.
I see.
So I suppose a lot of people who can dance or who could develop the dance side or the dance subculture in hip hop are not stepping up to that, because everybody wants to be on the stage. Everybody wants to hold the microphone. So that's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah,
it's like
Exactly.
ndiyayibona like okay make sihambe nje ke sithi ti kwelinye icala man like can you tell me how was Ethiopia Grahamstown, like what you have learned or what is your achievement or highlight at Grahamstown, starting with you, my sister?
Oh, you put a smile on my face.
Gosh,
The Grahamstown.
Yo, critics that.
Because it was amazing. I know the tagline, your festival, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound cliched, but it really, really was. We were a group of about 7, 8 people. And we just basically packed our bags and we said, okay, we're going to the festival, right? And we encountered a lot of hiccups along the way in terms of transportation to Grahamstown. Hip Hop Kaslam is not funded, so we all pay out of our own pockets. And we had made a decision, whether we are, no matter what happens, we are going there. So in that struggle of getting there, there were a lot of bumps that we had to jump over in order to get there. But once we arrived in the city of Grahamstown, it was amazing. We had shows almost every night, packed. People coming in, like even after the show is finished, people, like 10 minutes before the show ends, people are still arriving, and there were limited time in the venue that we had. So, yeah, and we met a lot of and connected with a lot of Eastern Cape and Pretoria and Joburg hip-hoppers. So that was also very good for the Spaza movement. You can talk about, maybe you can go into detail about the challenges.
Yeah.
For the challenges, why should I be taking the
Yes,
things
please.
that makes me sad? You know?
No, actually, already, me, like, I'm going to, yeah.
Yeah, the way challenge is, like first challenge is that if you go to the Eastern Cape and you say you come from Cape Town, you are a millionaire. Everyone wants to triple, double the price, like of anything, you know what I mean, just because you're from Cape Town. So that was a challenge for us because like we had to overspend money just because we're from Cape Town, people ridiculously charging us. And when we got to the venue, we had to deal with a manager who would agree with us, okay, your show starts at this time, ends at this time. And when he sees people coming in, and picking up the spot, and then suddenly he decides, okay, I'm shutting down your show, I'm calling a house DJ to come and play. And it happened like every time when it was us running the spot,
Okay, masizele ni politics ase-Grahamstown bantu. Ngicela ke siphinde nisibuyeleni nje apha kwi-Hip Hop Awards, like usichaze baziphi abantu bayanjani khona nje kuwe, and then u-39 question for him, yeah.
Okay, they are this coming Saturday, the 15th of September.
Yes.
At the Baxter Theatre.
Next week Saturday, ne?
Next week Saturday.
Okay, good. I thought you said this week, so it's like nothing off, so
Okay,
yeah.
okay. 15th
Yes.
of September is the date
Yes.
that people need to remember. At 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Up until 8.
Yes.
So it's a 3-hour show. Tickets are 40 Rand and available at CompuTicket or at ShopRite at the Money Market counter or at Checkers.
Perfect.
And people just need to ask for tickets for Hip Hop Kaslam Awards. They'll get them there.
Okay.
Can also be bought on the buses,
Yes.
which will be transporting people from townships. This is very important. From
Yes.
Delft, Kaili, Chai, Kukuletu, and Crossroads.
Yes.
People should arrive at
At
Delft. It's opposite the parking lot, opposite Spa.
Yes.
Kaili, Chai, it's at Regios Bonele.
Yes.
Kukuletu, it's a sports complex. Crossroads. We still need to confirm a pickup point there, but people should check the Facebook group Hip Hop Kaslam for regular updates on that.
Lovely.
And also for their questions that they might have,
Okay.
they can post them up there.
That would be nice. And that counting the few artists that Abandu they can see there.
Yeah, hey, we got a tight lineup. We have Waka. Waka is coming through.
Yeah.
We have Ex-Hosa. Ex-Hosa will be performing there. We have DSO.
Hey.
DSO will be performing there.
Sure.
We have also some poets, We have a poet called Black Chick.
Wow.
From Marcos Garvey. And we have a guy from Worcester, Yeah, that's like something nice.
That's great.
And we also have another guest, a friend of ours from Grahamstown, His name is Zion Eyes. Popular guy there, Always getting booked in every event.
Hey,
he's a
wish
poet,
I could be
you know.
him.
Yeah.
Except Bandu, ixesha likhatywe nguToki yazi. So like ngizawubetha nje okwe challenge man for thina kuba sikule craft, you know, like yabona wena my sister ndizakunika nje 15 seconds uthi gqaba gqaba ipoem yakho, dad ndikunika 15 seconds uthi gqaba gqaba nje ilines zakho, nami ndizazinika i15 seconds ndithi gqaba gqaba nje unincedise. Over to
I'm not performing on the show.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah, no. I'm just want to hear from you like ubetha njani lines zakho nje 15 seconds.
Hey, putting me on the spot,
Yes.
literally.
Dad kawungiqalela sabuya.
No, I'll start.
Yeah.
Uyazalwa, uyahamba, uyakhula, uyaguga. Ixesha liyaqengqeleka, uwe, ufe. And after death, there is life, a life we call afterlife. When we are done being human, the master will judge and say, "Nguwe ozikhetheleyo impilo yomlilo." And the world is black and dark. And a beast is prowling and growling and devouring souls easily while we follow it happily. We swallow the system's stories, their bullshit stories of what is truth, success, and beauty.
Wow, that siyakhalezisa siyavala ngomvulo.
Okay, well, ndinike i-chance ne-mic nam ndingenele ndikuxobele ipapisi yendlebe kucacekeekusemajimeni khani baringele isispaza ndisiphethe futhi ayisose zifete andifuna uphinda ndithethe ngoba ndididizela inderi yami yondleke
Yo, hayi bambi enqini bambi. Ekuse enhlek mina ansabethi lines bafethi sebezigqibe zonke. What I'm gonna say, masingaphela amandla ngezizilingwa zalomhlaba, singukhana chisa nomuntu umengo kohlaba. Okay, that was Vusisizwe Mpu, your guest, and then ngibonga abantu bam, even ndithi ndi guest yakho because nabantu lovely today. I would like to thank you a lot, guys. Hope next time. Please keep on watching Open Studio. I'm signing out. Sila, peace.